It wasn't just the weather delaying those holiday flights.
Marketplace Morning Report is supported by UKG, an HR payroll and workforce management solution designed to help make a fairy tale workplace a reality. UKG, our purpose is people.
I'm David Brancaccio in New York. We're still waiting for final numbers on people traveling for the holiday that just ended. For cars plus planes, the number is expected to be the highest on record. And for air travel, it wasn't just weather contributing to cancellations and delays. There's a staff shortage. This includes FAA jobs and pilots. Marketplace's Lily Jamali has more.
The prospect of a pilot shortage was on the radar for TD Cowen's Helene Becker for a good decade or so. But she says the pandemic, along with a mandatory retirement age of 65, sped up the timeline.
Airlines went to their employees and said, if you were intending to retire between 2020 and 2022, or even 2023, consider retiring now.
And thousands of pilots did, leading to a pipeline problem that Becker says the industry is scrambling to resolve. It can take years for pilots to get the training they need to become certified to fly commercial aircraft. And that training can cost tens or even hundreds of thousands of dollars.
The number one thing that they're doing is setting up training academies to identify people and work with them.
Carriers are also working to make the job more attractive, says Henry Hardevelt of Atmosphere Research Group.
The airlines are able to recruit more people to be pilots by increasing their salaries, improving benefits.
And that's working for both major carriers and regional airlines, he says, who've been able to hire about 10,000 of the 18,000 pilots needed this year. I'm Lily Jamali for Marketplace.
From Sunday through yesterday, flight cancellations were running between 28,000 and 32,000 a day. 1,400 flights were canceled yesterday, the 4th, according to the site FlightAware. Stocks, key indexes in London and Germany are down 0.5% now. Here, Dow and S&P futures are down 0.4%. Crude oil is up 1.9%, above $71 a barrel.
Marketplace Morning Report is supported by Charles Schwab. The people at Schwab are passionate about helping investors. It's part of who they are. Learn more at schwab.com/whyschwab. And by UiPath, providing organizations the UiPath AI-powered business automation platform. More at uipath.com/marketplace. UiPath, the foundation of innovation.
Now to data that highlight the amazing timing of some top corporate executives when they buy and sell stock. Maybe it's luck, maybe not. The nonprofit investigative news outlet ProPublica got a hold of IRS data that raised questions about whether company executives are acting on privileged information. ProPublica reporter Robert Federecci worked on this. Thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
So you got all this IRS data. You found that some executives demonstrate a talent, a knack, an impressive acumen for what?
Yeah, so we have IRS data for thousands of the wealthiest Americans, and as part of that, we have their stock trading data over many years. And we can see executives and other well-connected investors trading in their personal accounts, their competitors, their partners, with incredible timing. Our most recent story looks specifically at biotech and other relatively small healthcare firms, and we found dozens of incredibly timed trades there, including by people who have personal ties to the companies they're trading.
So you even, I think, have used the term exquisite timing, but sometimes, luck comes your way, right?
These trades can be luck. One thing we tried to do was to make sure that we're focusing on trades that were anomalous compared to the person's other trades, right? It was their first time using high-risk options, or they were suddenly trading way more than they ever had in the past. Those are hallmarks that securities experts usually point to as suspicious.
It's not illegal to just score because your timing happened to be right. What is illegal under U.S. securities law, of course, is insider trading. If you're actually making decisions whether to buy or sell based on special information that the world at large doesn't have.
Yeah, there are other elements as well. One example that I can point to was the CEO of a company called Medivation. And on the same day that he announced that his company was acquiring a niche type of cancer drug called a PARP inhibitor, he bought about $8 million of another company that also produced the PARP inhibitor. And biotech experts we talked to said the acquisition of one PARP inhibitor creates buzz about all of them. And in fact, the stock went up 2 days later when the drug acquisition was announced.
Did that executive comment on what you found?
His spokesman talked to us. They said that they believed that the news of the drug acquisition was not material and that his trades were proper.
Are regulators thinking about taking some action based on what you found?
So we have repeatedly at this point gone to the SEC. We've asked them about particular cases. We've also asked them about their enforcement priorities. You know, are they committed to examining whether executives are improperly trading the stock of their competitors and partners? They have refused to comment, so we don't know.
Larger question here is about faith in the markets, and if regular investors, have a shot at this, if the top people seem to have an inside track in some way.
The securities experts we've talked to, former SEC officials, former DOJ officials, what they've said is that the kinds of trades that we're finding in this leak of data are trades that should be scrutinized by regulators. And if, executives and other well-connected investors have sort of an inside edge that the normal trading public doesn't have, that could undermine faith that the markets are fair.
Robert Federecci is a reporter with ProPublica. Thank you very much.
Thank you for having me.
And here's a number: 68% of us do work while on vacation. More than 2/3 of us. This from a survey from Elevator, an online learning platform. When Newsweek needed a quote about the survey from the CEO of Elevator, he responded while vacationing with his family in Italy. And despite dramatically low unemployment now, many workers are worried about warnings of recession and not vacationing at all over the next few months. Others are said to be worried about being judged by coworkers and bosses if they don't get work done while away. It is not a choice for many lower-paid workers who get no paid vacation at all. In New York, I'm David Brancaccio. It's the Marketplace Morning Report. From APM, American Public Media.